Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin, after we saw here the initial sell-off candle today, I already updated the chart for channel members. So I'm going to show you this one here now as well. This is the updated Bitcoin chart that due to the strong sell-off, when we dropped below 17.2k, it was clear that we were going to drop a bit further into this green support area. This is now where Bitcoin has another chance to find support in a blue wave 4 before it could move up in a wave 5 of 3. So this is the most bullish interpretation here. It is, and I have to say that very clearly, however, quite concerning how strong we come down. I mean, today other assets moved into risk-off mode. Crypto was affected, and the price range at which this is taking place, makes us consider that a more substantial top could actually be in place now. As you know, we always have to react to what the market is doing. We already had it on the radar here on Wednesday, I think, or Thursday it was, that a more substantial top could be in place here. But so far we didn't have any evidence for that, Remember, I made you aware, if this is not an ABC but a WXY pattern, then we have fulfilled all the requirements here for a top in place. Which doesn't mean a top must be in place, but we have a complete pattern, a corrective wave pattern, WXY complete, and it doesn't need to go any higher than this. So the problem is, if you get into such a state where a pattern could be complete, which would eventually lead to a sell-off, and then you get other assets that are correlated to crypto, and they sell off, and you get crypto into a sell-off mode as well, then this potential in the chart can play out. That's why I warned you last week, and maybe we see it now. So I'm going to talk you through a couple of options here that we have, actually 3 options, like on the Ethereum chart at the moment, and I'm going to tell you which of these is my preferred option, and I'm going to tell you which of these, how each of these is validated, okay? So the first one is still the one that we talked about before, a slight change. Again, I updated channel members a few hours ago on Telegram and Discord. But the thing is, it doesn't really change a lot. It was just a bit of up and down. And if we now move up from this support box, no change really, No change, and everything's still fine. To be fair, so far with Bitcoin, nobody should have lost any money here because the last entry area was this one. And we are only just coming back into this support area now, okay? So this is highly relevant, and you need to decide now what you do, right? Do you want to exit your trade if you entered here? I mean, we had an entry area here, we had an entry area here. Both are basically still in profit. Maybe this one is now cost neutral. So it's a perfect time to make a decision about where we now are, right? And yeah, basically about tidying up your trades or whatever you want to do. It is still possible, and everybody needs to understand that it's still possible from here, after coming down in this 4th wave, to move up in a 5th wave into the region around 18.1k. The concern is that we've come down now in 5 waves. This is a 5-wave move, and that makes me a bit concerned. So we can keep it very simple. If we now break above 17.4k, that would be evidence that we are in wave 5 of 3, and we could possibly reach the 18.1k area. First scenario. Possible as long as we're holding above 16,770. And a substantial break below that level would indicate we are in something different. What could be the alternative? The alternative could be the Ethereum wave count, basically. And the Ethereum wave count would be that this was a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down. That's the same story here on the Bitcoin chart. But that we actually moved up in also a wave 1 here, and we're coming down in a wave 2 now, so that we have a 1-2-1-2 setup. This is a scenario where we could pull back quite a bit into the region around 16.3k. So that means, should we drop below 16,770, Bitcoin is most likely going to drop lower into the 16.3k region or above, but 16.3k is basically the level, the 78.6% FIB level, that below that level, it's very unlikely that this is still going to turn out bullish. Because then the 1-2 setup is most likely going to be invalidated. Okay. And then, and that's very important, obviously there is the bearish scenario. As you know, we are still waiting for one more low for Bitcoin, as highlighted here, in the region between 14 and 14.5k. This could of course play out, and I will see it as very relevant if we drop below 16.3k. Okay, so the thing is, now that we have come down quite a bit and that we're a bit oversold, in any case, I would be expecting a move to the upside now. So this could be, and this is what the market will show us, this could be an impulsive move. And if we break above 17.4k, we'll most likely get into the 18k region. If it is going to be something like this, so a corrective pullback, so let's say we've actually started something bearish here, or a deeper pullback in a wave 2, then if this is a corrective pullback, then we will expect a more impulsive move down next, a correction up, and an impulse down. If we see this, which means we are moving up, won't get above 17.4k, come down, break below the previous swing low of the wave 1, then I will consider a more substantial top in place. And then it could be either a pullback in a wave 2 or the bear mode, the bear mode to 14 to 14.5k. So it's a very interesting scenario. The advantage of the current range here is that a long trade can be entered with, let's call it fairly low risk. Now, I'm not saying high probability anymore that this is going to break up, because we've pulled back quite a bit, but it is it is low risk in terms of where you can set your stop loss, because below 16,770 is most likely going to be invalidated. But that's up to you. I'm not telling you to enter a trade or not. I'm simply going to tell you here the options that the market has and what are the validation points for each of these scenarios and what you can expect in each scenario. So highly interesting time here now. It's good to see a bit of movement, because we had really boring movement over the weekend. The entire, let's say, daily pump today has been sold off again. So that is not necessarily a sign of strength. And we can be very much focused here on the next move to the upside, if it's just a corrective pullback or actually an impulse to the upside. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.